can't hit their targets if they deliver all these internal combustion cars.
Yeah.
So they're not delivering them to make sure they hit their quota, and it's a proportional quota. So the 2024 deliveries are being halted by a lot of manufacturers in Europe.
Oh dear.
Because they can't afford to miss and get fined. So then that means, well, people aren't taking to EVs as you thought they might. They're probably not the answer right now, certainly in this form that they're in. But no one is going to change their mind on it. The government always wants to stay and save face. You don't get a politician apologising and saying I was wrong. So the manufacturers will do whatever they have to do to not be fined. So they're not delivering cars. So it's, we're just sort of getting over supply chain issues.
And boom.
Now we're not delivering the cars anyway because we can't.
We started off, we were talking a little bit about the dilemmas of online buying of things.
Yeah.
Amazon Auto in the U.S. got 48 dealers who, it's basically now being done with Hyundai, but 48 different places where you can go to Amazon Auto and you can buy your car through Amazon. Go pick it up at the dealer. No hassle, no haggling. You can get financing, full transparency, all online. Amazon. You gotta love these guys.
There's no, buying a car really once you've got your documentation, which you can approve. If you can do that online, there's no reason that you can't do it. There's a lot of dealerships that went to sales exec free showrooms where there's a car on display with a plinth and an iPad on it, and you went through and spec'd it, built it, ordered
kind of
it.
the Tesla model of doing things.
A lot of places added that to their. You go in McDonald's now. You don't have to talk to a human. You can.
Yeah, what happened?
I went on the screen.
I went to a McDonald's, and I am not a McDonald's. I like going every once in a while, and when I mean once in a while, a year or so. Went in. There's a hostess. There's the screens, and I'm looking around, going, what happened to the regular counter? When did this all happen?
Yeah,
I was shocked.
Yeah. So there's no reason it can't come to cars. But what I would say,
I still think you want to go kick the tires and
having a sales executive tell you, oh yeah, you've got 3 kids at that age. This car's not going to fit the seats in. I had one on demo, or we've had I had another client that bought one and they traded it in 3 weeks later because they couldn't fit the seats in, or you play golf or your clubs won't fit.
I really do want a sales rep who's been around one, who's driven it around and can tell me this is what's good about it. These are things you're going to need to think about. And of course, they want to upsell me, so I don't mind hearing that. But the human element, it's not just all reading it and watching the videos. You need to go and see it, talk, and get firsthand knowledge.
Yeah. You also think, my personal opinion,
I could just be old though.
Old
school.
Yeah, but I think we've already mentioned a few of the key reasons why you need to speak to a person about the car that you're potentially going to buy. But also, considering the way it is these days, most people aren't going to be able to afford to buy a house of a certain generation, right? So I'm thinking millennials, it's going to be a struggle, and that's how it is. So a car's going to be the single biggest purchase they ever make.
Yep.
You want to make sure you're doing the right thing, right? And then also from the manufacturer's point of view, it's just negligent on the business side of it, because how many people would buy from a salesman or saleswoman, sales exec, and go and buy from the same person the next time?
Oh, absolutely.
Because there's a personal relationship.
I bought both of my Jeeps back in the day from Callum Knox.
Yeah.
And I searched him out the next time because, he walked me through it. He was honest.
Yeah.
As honest as Callum could be.
Yeah. Yeah. When
he's a car salesman.
Yeah. Well, when I bought a Kia before we had our first kid, I bought it from a guy called Zia. And he's still down there, 9-10 years later, and he'd been there a few years beforehand. And he'll do business because he was trustworthy and he was easy to deal with, and he helped out and he made sure it was right for us, and he talked us through it. And I think that's really important, and people are forgetting the value. Maybe it's just because people communicate through these phones all the time now. They don't have real friends.
I'm thinking this Z has been around a long time, because I'm almost certain when I bought a Hyundai Terracan, which I don't think they make anymore, it was after the Galloper phase. They came out with Terracans. They didn't last too long, but I bought one of those, And I know why. It didn't last too long. And I'm pretty sure I bought it from Zia as well.
Yeah, probably. Been there a few years when I bought that.
Yeah, that would be about right when we start backtracking it. So
yeah.
Oh man,
it's but
but it's
we're
the
going to do away
relationships.
with that,
Yeah.
and people are going to start buying on a fancy video.
Yeah, and then you get it. It's like, whoa, yeah, the video's been made by Sora.
Yeah,
and it's not a single actual vehicle.
Yeah,
it's all made from renderings. Oh,
yeah. I just don't. Things like understanding the spec. A lot of cars you have to add. To.
Yeah,
and understanding of, it would be nice to have that, but you don't really need it. Or instead of using it for that, why don't you do this? Instead of having the heated steering wheel, why don't you go for the service package?
No one needs a heated steering wheel in this country. I'll be honest.
But you need to have that person that's going to give you that, that advice and that conversation.
Yeah, you don't need heated seats here either.
No, no.
You get a car with heated seats, that's a waste.
Big time. Yeah, big time.
Where I'm moving to, you could use heated seats, and my car does not have heated seats or a heated steering wheel.
Oh, well, you have to get yourself get yourself an Alibaba and order a remote start system. And you can start it up in the morning.
Doesn't have remote start either. You're right. I need that. I didn't realize that McLaren has been acquired by Abu Dhabi Investment an arm, CYHN, I believe. CYVN Holdings has finalized the deal to buy McLaren from another holding company in Bahrain. And I'm okay.
Well,
UAE.
just keep passing these assets around, don't they?
Yeah.
There's no money in the UK. No one in the UK can afford that business that's got any sort of common sense. I mean, you've got.
I like the McLarens. I like those. So we'll see.
You got nice. They've took over the old Audi approved showroom, haven't they, on Sheikh Zayed Road there.
So we'll see where that all goes. I thought that. So my Jeeps are gone. It's funny when I was selling them, and they were old Jeeps. At the end of the day, you and I had a great conversation, and you really helped frame it. So they owe you nothing. There was no mortgage on them. There was no loans. I mean, I've driven the life out of both of my Jeeps, and so you got walk away cash. It was fine. The wife was saying we could get more, and I'm saying, really, how many more visits do you need to do? And so anyway, got it done. And it was funny because one guy's looking at it and he's going, there's some rope holding pieces of your car together. And I looked at him and I said, they're going around and they're doing the paint thing and all that. And I'm looking at the guy and I'm going, honestly, just ask me the questions. I'll tell you. You want me to walk you through this thing? I can tell you where all the leaks are.
Yeah.
And I actually said to both times when people came looking at him, I said, just call. I'll give you Glenn Power's number. Give him a call. He's worked on these cars. He'll tell you. I said, I'll call them and say, look, give these guys 100% the truth about my vehicles. They'll tell you what needs to be fixed on them. I said, because one person said, I'm going to take it to my garage. I said, why would you waste your money? I already got a guy who works on them. He'll tell you. He's not hiding anything. And I'm not hiding anything.
Yeah.
So it's when he said the rope. I said, I said, isn't there a bungee cord down there too? He goes, actually there is.
You high-fived him and said, what do you think to that, mate? I'm proud of that repair.
He said, it's the tape. He says, you got gaffer tape too. I said, oh, yeah.
It's wild, yeah. People with those paint gauge things.
They're going around paint gauging. And all I'm thinking is Colin Thomas. And
Colin does it, yeah.
And the one guy's going around the yellow Jeep and he's painting. And I looked at him. I said, never been in a collision, never had any repair paint done on it. That's all original. He goes, it's originally yellow? I said, absolutely. And then they look at me, both Jeeps. Like, these are Jeep Wranglers. Ever been in the desert? I look at him. I said, is this Pope Catholic? They didn't get that one, by the way.
Bad crowd. Wrong audience for it.
I said, of course they've been in the... I looked at him. I said, 2008, 2009 year models. I said, what? If you're expecting a 2020 year model, this is not the vehicle. But the best part was when guy was driving away with the yellow Jeep, just taking it out for test drive. He's backing up. And I said, look, no. He says, oh, you got a hard top for this? I looked at him. I said, it's never had a hard top. It's been a soft top all the time. In fact, I drive it now. I said, and the windows were there. I said, a little cloudy, but it's still drivable. I said, I just drive it, Emirati Heritage style all year round, which means no windows.
Yeah.
All year round, because that's the way that Sheikh Zayed drove his vehicles. And I'm true to the traditions of, Sheikh Rashid and Sheikh Zayed, the founding fathers of this country. So, And I looked at him. I said, "No, there's no hard top." I said, and look at them. They are what they are. But I said, you get in that yellow Jeep and you back up. I guarantee you, whoever does this will have a smile on their face. And so some rando guy comes out to take it out for a test drive. Two guys arrive. I don't know where this rando came from. He takes it out for a test drive. Must have been the mechanic they brought with him to make sure it was roadworthy. And he's backing it up, beaming smile on his face. And I look over to the guy who's buying it. I said, "Look at that. Look at his face." I said, "That Jeep, that's what you're buying. You're not 4 wheels that make you smile." I said, "You want something that's going to throw up sand? Not the Jeep." I said, "You want something that's going to break the speed record? Not the Jeep.
Yeah.
You want something you're going to get into hot, cold, in between, desert, city, parking lot, going over the curb? This is the Jeep. You'll always have a smile on your face, and anyone looking at you will also be smiling."